Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to apply DizzyCrop as well as Spin3DEffect to a video in Expo React Native for Android using Media3 transformer library. Now I'm just showing you these two examples because I have copied some of the code, like most of the code from the documentation. That's why I'm showing you these two animations or these two effects been applied to a video, but using those two as a base point you can create much more different kind of effects whatever you want with your video. So let's get started. Alright, so the next thing is we will have to create an Expo React Native project. So you can go to this particular URL to choose a template of your own choice. I will be using this blank TypeScript template because it creates very minimum boilerplate code. Also it uses TypeScript. So what I will do is that I will just copy this particular command, but you can change the template to whatever you feel like. So I'll just copy this particular command. Then inside your terminal just go to your workspace directory and just paste this particular command. It will ask me for my app name. I will just give it some generic app name. Let's just wait. So I will just give it as my app. Okay. Once this is done, it will create a project for us and it will do all the npm installation for us. So what I will do is that I will just open my app. So I'll just copy this. So this is the project which we have created, so I'll just open it inside VS Code. Alright, so this is open. Next, if you see inside our project there is no Android and iOS folder. So we need to create those folders because we will be writing some native code, right? That's why we need to create those folders. Also one more thing which I want to inform you guys is we'll have to create a separate native module as well. Even though we have created those Android and iOS folder, we won't be writing some code inside it. We will be writing our code inside a separate native module. So firstly you will have to go to this particular URL and I'll paste it over here. Okay, okay, so this is an Android only tutorial. So what we will have to do is we'll have to go to this URL. We'll have to select this particular Android device, and here we'll have to select development build as well. We don't want Expo Go. Here I have disabled the ES option. I am on Mac OS, so I have already installed Watchman. I have already installed this Cas Zulu. I have already set Java Home as well. I have already installed Android Studio. If you haven't done all these steps, you will have to do it. So I've already done all these steps, so you can go through this step. I've already done this as well. I've already done this as well. Then we have to run this particular command. So I'll just copy this and I will cd to my app. Okay, sorry, I will just cd to my app and I'll just run this particular command. So again this will install some npm dependencies for us. Don't worry too much about it. Once that is done, we'll have to scroll down and then we'll have to run this particular command as well. So let's just wait for this to finish. So it is finished. Then I'll just run this particular command. So like I am on Expo HDK 52. Previously it used to ask me for my package name, but I don't know, they are not really asking for my package name. They are they are just assigning some random package name to us. I feel that is a little bit odd, but yeah, anyways, if you want you can manually change your Android package name as well. Now here I am getting an error. This is not really an error. This is because I haven't installed any Android emulator and I have not connected my real Android device to my laptop. That's why it is throwing me an error. Like I will connect my real Android device once I have written all the code. So don't worry too much about it. In your case, it may be asking you to run this app on an emulator or on a real device. You don't need to run it now. If you want, you can run it. For now, you can just do Control-C to quit that particular step. And if you see over here you can see the Android folder is created. Okay, so the next step which we have to do is we just have to copy this URL and open it inside a browser. So I have already opened it. If you want, you can go through this documentation. I'm not going through it. I will just show you what steps we need to run. So firstly you can just copy this particular command and paste it over here. Once you have just paste your command inside your app, it will ask you some questions. So I will just enter and enter. I'm not changing anything. So again this will take little bit of time, and if you see over here, it has created the modules folder for us. So the next step is, so here I have created one sample project from which I will be copying a bit of code. So don't get confused, the name of the sample project is second. So I will just open the app.tsx from my sample project. Then I will just copy everything from that and I'll just paste it over here. So I will just copy this. I will go to app.tsx over here and I'll just paste it something like this. Okay, but firstly, before I show you my app.tsx code, we have to install few dependencies. So first you can open this image picker dependency which I have. So I will just open it over here. Then we also require this React native video dependency. So for that I have opened this to documentation. So this Expo image picker dependency, because we need to pick videos from the user's device, right? So we will have a button, the user will click on it, it will ask the user for pick his or her device, and then we will transform that video, save the video to external storage, and then play that transform video inside our app. So to pick videos, we will make use of this Expo image picker library. Okay, so the next step which we have to do is we just have to run this particular command. So I'll just copy this. I will go to my app. I'm already inside my app in my terminal, and I'll just run this particular command. So it will install that dependency for us. And we also need to add this plugins folder which you see. So I'll just copy this and I will go to app.json over here, and here you can see this is my Expo, right? So I will just add a comma after this and I'll just paste it. And we require access to videos. You can change this message to whatever you feel like. I'll just use something like this. Okay, so once this is done, we'll have to install this React native video library. There is Expo video library as well, which has just released. If you want, you can use it. I'm more comfortable with React native video, but any dependency is fine. To install this, we can just copy this and I'll paste it over here again. Now for so once this is done, okay, so this is done as well. Now for Android, what we have to do is we will have to open this Android drop down, and if you see, we have to click on this Expo plugin over here, and we have to add this particular code. So I'll just copy this particular array. We already have this plugins created. So I will just come over here and I'll add a comma after this and I'll paste it over here. And I don't need this, I don't need this as well. Okay, so yeah, that's it for Android. Right, so next I am inside my app.tsx, and like I told you, I have just copied it from my sample project. So I'll quickly explain it to you what I am doing. So firstly, I have imported this text, touchable, opacity and view from React native. We are also importing Expo image picker. Then I'm using this use state as well as use effect. Then I'm also importing React native video, and this is our module, my module which we have created. Okay, then this state I'm using. Once you have picked a video, on a button click, we will get the video URI. We will send that video URI to a transform method which I have defined it for my module. Once the video has been transformed, we will get the new URL of that transform video, and that will be stored inside this set video URI variable. Okay, ignore this use effect for now. I will come back to that later on. If you see my view, all I have done is that I have just created a touchable opacity. Okay, I'll just remove all this. Okay, we don't need this, and on click of it, we are basically launching the image library async from image picker, and we are picking videos from it. And once we have the URI, I am just passing that URI to the transform method. This has not been defined yet. We will have to define this method. So this is the custom method which we will be creating. And I wish there was proper TypeScript IntelliSense, but unfortunately there isn't. And here you can see I have this pick video method text for this particular button. Now once this process finishes, we are constantly listening for output from native side. So once we get the URL, here you can see this is how we will get the URL. I'm setting it to our set video URI variable state, sorry, and I'm also sending the progress state. Now the progress will be string, because there are two things which I'm sending from native side. One is the progress state and second is the actual progress. So the actual progress can be 0 to 100, and the progress state can be 0, 1 and 2. The reason why I'm sending the progress state is because the actual progress sometimes or many of the times doesn't reach till 100. It stops at 90 or maybe 99. Sometimes it even stops at 80. So with the help of progress state you can identify whether the conversion has been finished or not, in case if you are displaying a progress bar. So if the progress state becomes 0, that means the conversion has finished. Again, this has not been defined, so we will come back to that later on, but this on change event is already defined inside our module as soon as we create it. Okay, so first we will have to define this progress. So what you will have to do is go to your modules, go to index.ts, not yeah, and here you can just open this src my module dot okay, no, sorry, I completely sorry about that. Firstly you will have to go to modules, my modules, src my modules.types.ts, and here you can see we are getting a value. So in the value variable I will send the URI of the transform video, but I also want the progress, right? So I will just append progress and it will be of type string. So that's what I'm doing over here. Now here you can see the error has been gone. Now we also require this transform video method which I will define. So for that we'll have to go to my module.ts, and here we will have to define that method. Okay, it takes a URL, so we will be sending the URL of the original video, and the return type will be promise void because it will be an asynchronous operation. So I'll add something like this. Okay, so this method has also been defined. Next I'll just close everything. So hopefully till here everything is clear. This was our app.tsx, right? Next what I will do is okay, sorry, I'll just go to my sample project, sample Expo second, because I need to copy some code. So I'll just go to Android, no, module Android. Okay, so I will just copy this code. So basically what you will have to do is you will have to go to the Android folder of your my module, go to build.gradle, scroll down, and you will just have to paste it over here. So basically we are including this through these two dependencies. This will help us to transform the video. So these two dependencies are very important. So these are the Media3 transformer dependency. Then go to src java my module.kt, and firstly okay, there is one issue according to me, at least in Expo SDK 52. I don't know, maybe the issue might get resolved by the time you guys watch it. Here you can see they are including this URL, but they are importing the wrong URL. So yeah, this is the issue. I think this might get fixed, but I'm not really interested in this view. So we are not really using this view any which way. So what I can do, I can just delete this again. If this is fixed, I think this will be fixed by the time you watch it. So you can just remove it for now. I will just remove it. Anyways, we are not using this view for this particular video, so I will just remove it. Okay, then again I'm inside my practice project, so just ignore for now. I will just go to my module.kt. Okay, and we'll have to add some imports. So basically I will copy all these imports which I have, okay, and I'll paste it over here. So you can just copy paste all these imports which I have. So yeah, I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy all these imports which I have. Okay, next I will copy these two methods, and then I'll explain it to you what exactly I'm doing. So I'll just copy these two methods. I'll just copy the code first and then I'll explain it to you. Okay, and there is one more thing which I need to copy. I need to append. Yeah, I will tell you why we are annotating this as well. So again I'll just copy over here, and I need this. Okay, and I also need this particular thing. So I'll just copy that and I'll paste it over here. Okay, now I'll just close this. So basically what we are doing is that these are all the imports. Okay, so we are extending transformer.listener. It will give us two method, on completed and on error. So basically those are called once the conversion has finished or it has errored out. We are annotating it with unstable API because at the time of me recording they are bit unstable. That's why we have to annotate it. I mean, they are stable, but I don't know why we have to annotate it with unstable. They are not even in beta. These two dependencies, they are stable, but yeah, still we have to annotate it with, otherwise the IntelliSense of Android Studio gets mad. Then here we create our context, here we create our activity. This is the file name and file path. So once the video has been transformed, we are storing that video to external storage. That's why I'm using this file name and file path. The handler and progress holder are for tracking state. So whenever I want to send the progress back to React Native side, these two things are used. Okay, then I will just scroll down. Okay, scroll down, and here after this particular method ends, this module definition ends, I have created a method called create external file. Now even I have copy pasted this code from Stack Overflow. I am not an expert on this, so maybe you can do the same thing. It will basically create an external file for us. And now to save the file to external storage, this particular method is used. Again, I have just copy pasted all this code from like Stack Overflow post. So yeah, I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like. So this is all. Then like I told you, we are overriding the on completed method. So if the file, once the conversion has finished and if the external file is saved, then we just save the file to external storage, get the URI, send the URI back to React Native side, and then React Native will start playing the transform video. In case if there is any error, then I'm just printing it to the console. But just like I'm sending the URL back to React Native side, maybe you can send an error message as well over here from React Native side. So I'll leave that up to you. So I'm inside my app.tsx again. I just forgot to show you this particular part. So if the video URI, once we get it inside our use effect, and if it is not equal to empty, then we are just instantiating this video component from React Native video, passing the video URI, and this will automatically play the video for us. So the next thing which I have done is that make sure you have all these imports which I have just copy pasted. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I shown it to you guys. So make sure you have all this imports. Once you have done that, here you can see after this particular view ends, I have added another function called transform video. It will take an array list of effect. Now we are creating this Java file as well, which I will show you shortly, that will have this DizzyCrop effect. Now if you want, you can apply both of this simultaneously, but I will show you one by one. So firstly, I will just show you this DizzyCrop effect and comment out this Spin3DEffect. I have commented it out. Then here we just create our transformer. Here we create our input media item. Here is our edited media item. Then we create our external file and start our transformation. And here you can see this entire block of code is used for sending the progress state as well as the actual progress back to React Native side. So that's what as you can see over here, that's what I'm doing over here. I have also added 500 milliseconds delay. So yeah, that's it about this for this code. I'll just simply scroll through this file again. In case if you have missed anything, do copy paste, or feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and copy paste or whatever content I have. So I'll simply scroll through this. So yeah, that's it for this file. The next thing which you have to do is, I have created a Java file. Now you can create a Kotlin file as well if you want to. The reason I have created a Java file, like I told you, I have copy pasted all this code from the documentation of Android. That's why they created Java file. That's why I've created Java file. But if you want, you can convert it to Kotlin. I tried converting it to Kotlin as well, but I was facing some issues. That's why I kept it as Java file. So first, the only important thing which you have to remember, you will have to change it to your own package name. So my package name, if you see, was this particular thing. So make sure whatever is your package name, use over here. Don't copy my package name. Rest everything you can copy. So these are all the imports. Again, like I have told you, I have just copy pasted it, this from the documentation. so even I'm not really good at this. So here we are creating this DizzyCrop effect, and here is the custom implementation for it. This is for the Spin3DEffect, and that is the implementation for it. So yeah, here is the implementation for creating this DizzyCrop. Again, I'm not an expert on this, so I'll just leave it over to you. Feel free to pause the video and copy the code. And this is for the Spin3DEffect. Again, feel free to pause the video and copy the code. So I think hopefully that should be it. I will now just run this application and show you guys the output. Guys, so here is the output. Now I'll just dismiss this. I'll click on pick video. So I think I'm doing the DizzyCrop effect. Okay, first. Now I have two videos. Once the transformation is done, there will be 3 videos. So yeah, I'm also saving the video to external storage. Now I'll select the 15-second long video just so that the conversion happens quickly. And if you see your Metro bundler, here you can see I'm also sending the progress. Now I'll explain more about it later on once the video is done. And here also I'm mirroring my device, so the output will be little bit laggy. And here you can see I have applied the DizzyCrop effect. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Okay, so like I told you, it is like this is the DizzyCrop effect. But yeah, hopefully you got the point. Now let me quickly explain you about this progress thing. Also, if I click on pick video, here you can see there are 3 videos now. Now coming back to, okay, let me, so what I'll do is that in the meantime I'll just go to my code over here. Okay, and I will just uncomment this and comment this one out. Okay, and I'll just rerun my application. I'm running it via Android Studio. You don't have to do it. You can just run it via the Expo command as well, so it's up to you. Anyways, in the meantime I'll explain you about this progress state. So if you see the second value, it is going fine, 0, 7, 14, 18, 23, 27. It reaches till 98. It doesn't go to 100. The reason is because this is a very short video. Even for long videos it might not go to 100, but if you see at the very end, this first value which we have, which is the progress state, becomes 0. That's how you can know that the conversion has finished. If the conversion is ongoing, the progress state value will either be 1 or it will be 2. Mostly it will be 2. So hopefully you got the point for this progress state. Now coming back to what was the second effect, Spin3DEffect. So I'll just dismiss this. Okay, I'll click on pick video. And now if you remember, I have 3 videos. I'll select the last video, which is the original video, 15 seconds long. Again, it will display all the progress state which we have. So yeah, let's just wait for it to complete. And it has completed. And here you can see this is the Spin3DEffect. Again, the output is a bit laggy because I'm mirroring my device. But hopefully you got the point. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.